guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Sarah K. What up, girl? You rhyme. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it a lot. I don't even know what to say. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so yesterday, Paul did another friendship monologue in the HOH room, and he basically told us that he's puppet mastered this whole season so far. And I will agree, like, he has been behind a lot of stuff this season, mostly because people are just like, Paul, what should we do? So, I mean, he does have a point there, but let's be real, he's received some help from Big Brother in America, so I'm just throwing that out there. And he can't believe that no one's talking about coming after him yet. I have a few problems with this. Number one, Cody did try to put you up last week, but you had the pendant of protection. Also, you have safety for another week, so nobody's going to be like, Paul, I'm going to try and get you out. Also, why would anybody tell you to your face that they want you out? I guess he means he hasn't heard any whisperings. But it is true, like, nobody at this point is really talking about getting rid of him, which is, like, crazy. So anyway, he thinks he's going to be able to sit back for the next few weeks with Ramses, Jess, and Jason as the targets. And you gotta wonder if he's, like, already prepping for a Final Two speech. I mean, it's just, like, the way he was systematically going through all the moves and explaining everything he did. It reminded me so much of when you get down to, like, the last 3 or 4 people and they're all, like, trying to figure out what their speech is gonna be like for the jury. It's just what it felt like. I'm not saying he's already, like, counting his chickens, but it's just what it felt like. Maybe he doesn't want to forget all the things he's done. So then Matt and Mark were discussing who should go next. It was a real meeting of the minds. So it was M&M, M-O-T-M. Crazy. Okay, so Matt is like, you know what? Ramses has completely ruined his credibility in the house. I don't really see him getting a group together and working with them, so he's not really as big of a threat right now. But there is a chance that Jess could still work her way back in with people because she's a good socializer, and there's still a chance that she could do that. And, you know, people might feel bad for her. She's not going to have anybody in this house, so it could happen. And Mark is like, yeah, and I'd like to see Jess go next because it'd be fun to see her face off with Cody if there's a battle back. They said that'd be good TV. And I'm just instantly having Sabrina flashbacks. Big Brother Canada! Okay, so anyway, Mark and Elena were on the hammock. They were talking about her boobs for a bit. I just can't. I can't with those two. I just feel my brain cells, like, dying listening to them. But then they were talking about last week's vote, and Mark was clarifying Kevin was the one who voted out Jillian, not Ramses, but the other side thinks that it was Ramses. Raise your hand if you think that Mark is going to be the one to out Kevin's vote to the rest of the house. Yeah, Mom raised her hand too. She knows what's up. Lucy raised her tail. So, seriously, Mark, don't freaking blow it. I think he's just so excited that he knows something that a bunch of other people don't know. He's just like, oh my god, Kevin was the vote. So, anyway, Christmas, we've got an injury report on her. She was initially supposed to have her surgery yesterday on Monday, but then that got postponed. She did have a doctor's appointment though. She got some pre-op blood work done. The doctors broke down for her what her surgery is going to be like. That freaking surgery is going to take like 6 hours potentially. It's like an intense surgery. So she lets the house know, because she only told a few people so far, she lets everybody know that she's going to be leaving the house on Wednesday to have this surgery, and she's not going to be back until Thursday. Is it really only going to be until Thursday? Because I feel like it should be so much longer. I feel like they'd want to keep her in the hospital, like, so she doesn't get an infection or whatever. But according to her, she's coming back on Thursday. So Cody actually went back to the hot tub during her announcement. He didn't stick around for the whole thing. That is a little bit harsh. Ugh. And also, Jess asked if they can go talk. Before I get into that, I just want to know what you guys think about Christmas staying in the game, because I really respect that she's gonna stay and fight, but at the same time, it just seems like it's a bit much. I could understand, like, leaving for medical attention, like, once, maybe twice, but she's gonna have to go back to the doctor a few times after this, I feel like, to get checked out. And it's like weird. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like she should go home and heal. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know it really sucks to leave the game under those circumstances, but like, look at Survivor. That shit happens all the time. It's crazy. So anyway, Jess and Christmas go to the have not room to chat, and Jess is like, okay, this is really hard for me because I'm coming from a position of weakness, but I want you to know that everything I'm about to say is genuine. Okay. It was like in Wet Hot American Summer when Amy Poehler comes out before the talent show and she's like, I just want to say that all the campers that you're about to see totally suck ass, but give them a warm welcome anyway. It was like that. So she lays out a couple of points to Christmas, and Christmas just lets her talk and get everything out. So Jess says she wants Christmas to know she was not in any way involved in Cody's decision last week to put her or Paul up on the block. She did not know that that was going to happen. She admits, yes, she did campaign against Christmas, but that was because she heard, or she thought that Christmas said to her that she was going to be guilty by association, and basically that Christmas was going to come after her. So then she was like, I was concerned about your foot. I helped you out when you were in the backyard, like lying on your back when it initially happened. And she said, and it just like, it got a little bit nasty here. She was like, you've been mean to me on a personal level and you made my life in the house harder. What's the deal? Okay. So then it was Christmas's turn. And she was like, all right, I believe that you weren't involved in Cody's decision. That's fine. And then she was like, I never said that you should ditch Cody. I never said that you were going to be guilty by association. I said that other people would think that. So, I mean, it's like very gray area here. I don't know. Misconnection, miscommunication, whatever. What is this, Craigslist? So she said, I never said that I was coming after you until I heard that you were attacking my character and my integrity in this game, and I just can't have that. And she said, and you didn't seem concerned about my foot. You stayed up in the HOH room when I came back, and Jess was like, wait a second, I was the first one who saw you when you got back. Which is true, she was the first one the first time Christmas came back. But then, like, the second time, she just stayed up in that HOH room, if I remember correctly. But Christmas was a little bit annoyed that Jess interrupted her a few times when she was giving her responses. So she was like, don't be like that. And Jess was like, Christmas, I don't want to fight with you. Okay, so then Christmas was like, let's be real. When you were helping me in the backyard, you were just like standing there staring at me. Okay, and then Christmas brings up again, she was upset when she heard that Jess was spreading lies about her. Whether it was true or not, she didn't know at the time. She just assumed that it was true. So they agree there were a lot of miscommunications last week, and that kind of spiraled out of control. So Christmas says, we've both really had awful weeks. I feel for you. You're a have-not. You're a vetoed. Cody's going home. So, you know, that sucks. And obviously Christmas has had a rough week too. So they agree that they're going to be neutral with each other. We'll see if that lasts. I don't think so. The conversation ended with a hug, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay. One of my other favorite parts of this conversation, Christmas brought up how she was asking Jess, like, I guess if she had her vote or something, and she assumed that she did, I guess, and then she said, and we had a wonderful hug. And she said it again, like, we shared a wonderful hug. And Jess was like, yeah, it was wonderful. It's really freaking bizarre, but it was great. Okay, so then Christmas was up in the HOH room with Alex, Dominique, Elena, and Paul. She's retelling her discussion with Jess. This is the first of many retells, and each time it was a little bit more embellished. I'm not going to bore you with that. But then later, this group was speculating about who won the $25,000 on the first day, and Paul's like, we all agree it was Ramses, right? And they're like, yeah. They're saying that Ramses took the money because of how he performed in the first HOH competition, because he was fine for most of it, and then that last run, when it came down to them and one other team, they're like, no, he must have thrown it because he sucked so hard. So Alex, oh my god, then they were going through other people. They're like, it couldn't be Elena because She would have told everybody. It couldn't have been Jason because he would have told everybody. And then Alex just says this golden statement. She says that it couldn't have been Kevin because he was taking off his clothes at the time. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually worked. I just felt like that was so freaking obvious that he was like sweating it. But oh my god, apparently it worked. Okay, so in other news, Big Brother gave the house guests some more BB merch in the storage room. They got some beach towels that had like Zingbot on it and stuff. That looked pretty sick. I want one of those. They had some bowls with Big Brother on it. So Kevin was like, hey everybody, come to the storage room. They got some BB swag down here. So everybody's like, wait, what? We don't believe you. Of all of the falsities that have come out of Kevin's mouth, this is the one thing that they think that Kevin was lying about. The one thing. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. So they were all like, no way, Kevin. So they go to the storage room. They're like, oh my god, there's Zingbot towels. So they're all picking out towels. And that Dominique was being a little bit greedy. Because she took 2 towels before everybody else got one. Kevin was like, hey, wait, Dominique, wait. Let everybody get a towel first. So she was like, no, didn't everyone get one? So, I mean, Kevin made it a point of like later going up to Jess and being like, yeah, some people took 2 towels and I don't know if you got one yet. And Jess was like, it's alright, we'll figure it out. He was just really concerned about those freaking towels. So then, for most of the night, the house guests were participating in this pool tournament organized by Kevin. I was having some brigade flashbacks, big time. And the championship game came down to Kevin versus Matt. And Kevin won because he's a pool shack. Alright, so then at midnight, the house guests wished Dominique a happy birthday. Maybe that's why she felt entitled to 2 towels. I don't know. But it's her 31st birthday. Happy birthday! Cody and Jess, I don't believe, made an appearance there. They were in the Apple Lounge. And then Josh, Jason, and Raven were all like dancing around Dominique when she was sitting in a chair because everybody was like, lap dance, lap dance. She looked terrified and super uncomfortable. It was not on the level of last season's lap dances. I'm talking about Zakia's birthday. You guys know what's up. So anyway, yeah, it wasn't a real lap dance. Okay, so then today, everybody's been playing nicely so far. A bunch of the house guests were playing charades in the living room. It turned it into some sort of improv thing. Even Jess joined in for a while, so that was cool. And then there was some game talk today, not tons, but Matt, Raven, and Christmas were having a game chat in the bathroom area. Of course, it started with another retell of Christmas's conversation with Jess. We know! Okay, and then Christmas was like, she was still trying to figure out why Cody put her up on the block last week. It's not making sense to her. So then she's wondering, maybe Cody knows who I am outside of this house and he's got like some vendetta against me. I don't know. Matt's like, I don't think so. So then they're talking about how much it's going to suck when later in the game their group is going to have to start turning on each other. And they're both saying like, I don't want to be the one to take out Josh. What the frig? Why are you so freaking attached to Josh all of a sudden? Just last week, you couldn't wait to get rid of him. It's insane how quickly things can change in this house. So then, Matt, oh my god, this was like so ridiculous. Matt was like, yeah, we also gotta be careful because eventually people are gonna start taking shots at Paul. And we need to protect him. What? What is going on? Are you like related to Paul? Are you working for Paul? Do you work for his clothing company? Like what? It just doesn't make sense. If somebody else is gonna go after Paul, you get rid of Paul. And I'm a Paul fan. Wow. Okay, so then Raven leaves the conversation. I don't know if she was disgusted or what. No, she wasn't, because she's also like a Paul worshiper. But anyway, Matt says that everybody comes into this game with different goals. He says his goal is just to make it to jury. He doesn't give a shit what happens after that. Lame! And then he said, you guys can just vote me out. I don't care. Lame! Oh! If I was Christmas, I would freaking, and he said that to me, I would freaking projectile vomit into his face, into his mouth for saying that shit. Oh my god, oh, it annoys me so much when you have people come in there and they're just like, I just want to make jury. That is the worst. Okay, so then Matt's saying he would rather see Raven win than himself, and Christmas is like, yeah, I'd like that too, but I don't want to throw it to her. But she agrees, like, Raven is the most deserving in there. Don't get me wrong, I hope that Raven raises so much money and awareness for her disease by playing this game, but I don't think that they should just give this game to her. And I know they're saying they're not going to throw it, but at the same time, like, oh my gosh, play the freaking game, man. Okay, so then Josh pulls Dominique aside in the storage room, and he says that he effed up early in the game, yes, but he completely trusts Dominique, Mark, Christmas, and I believe he said Paul as well. And he said, I want to show you guys my loyalty through my actions. Dominique says, good job, we like that, keep it up. He did have the same conversation with Mark, Christmas, and Paul in the last 2 days. I didn't really mention it because, like, he's just been going around to everybody saying that, but especially that group. So he's definitely trying to build things up with them. We'll see what happens. Okay. In other news, Big Brother gave them some Snapchat glasses. I guess that's instead of the HOH camera. Whoa, fun technology. And then they did end up celebrating Dominique's birthday again. Raven made her this cake yesterday, and they were eating it today. It looked a little bit sketchy. I'm sorry. Something about the icing on there, it looked a little weird. I don't think they were celebrating Jason's birthday though. His birthday is tomorrow. I don't know if everybody knows that or what. Are they gonna make a cake for him too? I hope so. And then right after that celebration, or during that celebration, Jess is having a freaking breakdown in the not the have-not room, in the Apple Lounge with Cody. She's like, we're vetoes, we're have-nots, you're going home, my stomach really hurts. It turns out that Jess is having some poo-poo issues. She's really backed up from the slop. She feels like garbage, and she's really embarrassed about it. And Raven steps in. She's trying to help her. She's like, girl, I know all about this. These, like, intestinal issues. So she's trying to help her out. But at the same time, she's telling everybody, like, oh, Jess is just really backed up. She hasn't gone to the bathroom in days. Like, she's embarrassed about it. Like, we need to give her the HOH bathroom so she can just, like, take care of it. Don't tell everybody, damn! Right? Okay, so anyway, that's where we're at right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.